Hello guys, Reyes right here. Currently, we are going to play Lucid9. It's a free-to-play visual novel that you can get on Steam. And yes, it's free. I actually have never played a visual novel in my life, so I think this might be a good start. It has a quite interesting background story. I don't think I remember too much of it, but I guess it revolves with some kind of, I'm not sure, there is indeed murder involved in it. It's not just some random romantic visual novel. And the reviews that I see is quite good, so I say like, why not? So let's get started. I step back and examine my masterpiece. Perfect. My favorite color. Oh, was that a flash of blood right there? I think that was flashes of blood. I've always loved red. It's different, brilliant, vibrant, unusual, a happy anomaly. Just like me. Red isn't much for nature. Really only shows up in autumn, and even then it's a dreary rust or nauseating cherry. And we just can't have that, not when it deserves so much more. Oh, another flashes of blood. What? This is a forest. Are we killing something? Are we already killing something at the beginning of the story? A whispering breeze filters through my thoughts, brushing against my skin with icy fingers. I allow myself a moment to pause, to relish, to admire, to welcome the fresh scent of freedom. This is what I live for. Homicide. When I open my eyes, I spot a frail leaf dancing upon the backbone of the passing wind, afflicting the world with its appalling shade of asparagus. I pluck it from its branch with the edges of my stained fingernails. Disgusting. How could anyone enjoy this color? Eludes me. A soft groan redirects my attention to my waiting masterpiece. A groan. By which means your masterpiece is alive, and it's indeed a human. It's lovely, really. Spread across the ground, face contorted with fear, twitching, cold fingers clutching at the empty air. Oh my lord. I wish we can see what's happening. Not my best work, unfortunately. The canvas died much quicker than I had originally expected, even when I tried to carve a bit slower. With a knife, you mean? Well, no matter. Today, it shall be a palette for my paint. Oh! The sound got me. I make quick work of my new palette's chest, ignoring the twitching of post-mortem reflexes from its mutilated kneecaps. The sweet color of red, true crimson, pure scarlet, slinks down its pallid abdomen, licking at the blossoming turf below. I dip my finger into the settling pool of blood. It's warm, sticky, like a syrup, or settling gelatin. The sweet scent wafts into my nostrils. Ah, it smells of iron, of rust, of all things sharp and beautiful. Now, a new canvas. I check my surroundings, evaluating the surfaces and textures and sizes and shapes of every object inside. None are quite so satisfactory as human skin with elasticity. Ow, that's nasty. Its porous absorption, its inanely warm tint, but a substitute is required, so a substitute I must find. Presently, I realize that I'm still holding that eyesore of a leaf in my hand. Well, I suppose it will have to do. One bold fluid stroke, I swipe my paint across the leaf, the very essence of Van Gogh himself. Wow, this turns really interesting. Ah, yes, dear Vincent, the man cut off his own ear to send a message when words just didn't suffice. I always admired his style. I take a moment to appreciate the leaf's newfound radiance before searching for a proper display. Something like this deserves to be exhibited. I hang my canvas back on his branch. That's better. If only there was more of this color in the world. Ooh, the phone rings. My phone rings. Not my phone in here, but the phone in the game rings. Yes? Is it done? You're always in such a rush. Well, yes, it's done. I was having a moment. There is more where that came from. You interrupted me. You're the one who wanted to know when it was finished. A thrill leaps through my face as my lips pull into a tender smile. Well, is it? Oh, I forgot. That was the caller's voice, not my voice. Ha ha ha, I'm so stupid. Same time, same place as usual. You know the drill. I nearly clapped my hands, but muster myself for one final word. One final word. Understood. Really. Final word. I was expecting something epic. I cut the transmission and eagerly withdraw a small bottle from within my jacket. Oh. Is this like that part in Layers of Fear where you're in the bedroom and just get this small bottle of blood? Oh, maybe this is Layers of Fear, the anime. Only one pill left, but no matter. I'll be getting more soon enough. Drugs, math. Ooh. I popped the final capsule into my mouth, puncturing its skin with my teeth and rolling the bitter gel over my tongue. Now this is... whoa, man. This is some nice stuff. As a wave of euphoria sweeps through me, I turn from my handiwork, strolling out of the meadow. Ooh. Look at the blurring background. This thing is dope. Oh, a teacher calling my name. Huh? I sluggishly pull my head upward, fixing my eyes on the woman at the front of the classroom. Suddenly, we're in a classroom. That's highly anticlimactic. I was expecting something happens more. Are you even listening? I hide an instinctive smirk. Technically, no. I've always found napping more appealing than relearning history that's been drilled into me since age 6. That's true. I'll give you that. Not that I can actually say that. In all honesty, this teacher doesn't deserve that kind of callous response. Yes, ma'am. Perfect. Summarize the whole section we've been reviewing. I glance at the touchscreen board mounted behind the teacher, quickly skimming over the graphics and typography hovering on its surface. History of Isamu or Glorious Metropolis, beginning 2000 AD. Isamu. I'm not sure if that's an actual place in Japan or is it simply just an imaginary place just simply put into fitting visual level. Easy. Easy. He says easy. Nice. Life was really boring for a while. We weren't in debt, weren't at war, and were basically doing nothing interesting. Isn't that what you call being at peace? Like no war, not in debt, and just basically on peace. Is that how you call it? Boring. The teacher's lips purse into a thin line as the classroom erupts into snickers. I feel the slightless tinge of regret and rain in my sides. Then in 2070, America entered the debt crisis that caused a worldwide financial crash. Japan was the one country most affected by this, well, second to China. And why might that be? Because we were dumb about who we were partnered with. Wow, savage. Savage response. She taps her fingers impatiently on her desk, her eyes narrowing into slits. Well, she asked me to summarize the chapter, she didn't ask me how. Anyway, our glorious government didn't handle the situation so hot, so we had a lovely depression with all-time hikes of unemployment and crime. Good effort, gold star government. The teacher waves her hand at the class as the class roars with laughter. Oh, dude, that's epic. Right, that's enough. I'll be needing to talk with you after class about your attitude, young man. Meh, in other news, grass is green. Elizabeth, perhaps you can salvage it. Oh, who is Elizabeth? Ah, finally a character that I can see. Elizabeth, purple hair. Is it Neptune from Hyperdimension Neptunia? Or are you someone related to her? I do not know, but why are you here? We'll find out. She gestures a few seats to my right where my lavender-haired classmate sits, her spine as straight as a ruler. I can only imagine. I feel a curdle of distaste in the pit of my stomach as I lounge against my hair. My chair. My hair. That's not even logical. Of course, Elizabeth Oshiro, class valedictorian, school poster child, and the area's golden girl. Nap time. Oh. I settled my head in my arms as Elizabeth leaps to her feet, smiling warmly. Certainly, during this time, Japan fell into chaos. Public demonstration often feel and occurred almost every day, but the more political standards regarding the national government keep spreading. The teacher relaxes at Elizabeth's textbook recitation. She even shoots a quick glare in my direction as if to say, "See, why can't you be like Elizabeth?" Oh my god. Eventually, local political powers became more effective than the centralized administration, hence why Islam operates as smoothly as it does. Yes, thank you to the mayor's efforts. Perfectly done, Elizabeth. Elizabeth smiles primly and settles back into her seat, fixing her eyes on me with challenging disapproval. What did I do wrong, lady? I'm just a man trying to go about my life. I only shrugged my shoulders, sending her an easy smirk. Oh, beautiful and brainy, she might be worthy enough to make my list. Oh, mama, look at that boy. Look at that boy. He doesn't seem like... He looks kind of dumb. Winking conspicuously at Elizabeth, she clearly ignores him. Well, that check of I can't remember a day when he hasn't tried to flirt with some girl or another, nor can I remember a day when he wasn't flat out rejected. Oh yeah, we finally meet the jerk in the game. Technically he's my former roommate, which makes him my friend for over 2 years. How close of a friend? Well, that's up for debate. She managed to deflect my charms. I'm sorry, sir, which part of you is actually charming? None. I wonder how. Me too. Oh, holy shit. No one can resist the Yahiko, Yahiko! Yahiko clams his mouth shut at the teacher's strident command. She leans heavily against her desk, massaging her temples with her fingers. Alright class, thanks to Elizabeth, we've seen where we come from. I'm sure you're wondering what the point of this history recap was. Not really, no. I would say the same. I don't really, why? Why would we do this? We must study the past to understand the future. As such, it's imperative that the next topic to be taken seriously. So, where do you all see yourself from 10 years from now? Probably dead. Or probably somewhere where you don't really want it to be, or probably still in your parents' house doing some stuff. Which basically for me is just sitting in front of my laptop and doing this thing. I'm barely able to stifle a snort. It's only, what? The second day of school. Sure, this is a third year class. Sure, we're preparing for the college entrance exam. Does that mean we have to know exactly what we want to do for the rest of our lives? This guy got a point. The teacher pointedly looks at me, and a hard glint in her eye. Yama Ishimoto, perhaps you'd like to get us started. I tempted to say no thank you, but that'd be pretty rude. I'll manage my parents' restaurant, I guess. The teacher's lips tighten ever so slightly. I know what she's thinking. No passion, no ambition, he will be a failure, this one. Wow, that's pretty quick for you to judge if I'll be a failure. What if I become the Gordon Ramsay of Japan? What will you say next? Welcome to Hell's Kitchen, I'm here to fuck you up. It'll pay the bills, what more can I ask for? Really, dude, out of anything you could have picked? You picked a restaurant manager? Well, what you suggest? Add a bunch more, dude, like woman and cars. I'm not trying to make a Hooters. Yahiko, please don't. Just don't. Yahiko, don't. And he criticizes me for lack of imagination. Come on, it's 10 years, anything can happen. The teacher shoots him a disapproving glare as his voice raises dramatically in volume. Ah, Yahiko, thanks for volunteering. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Oh my lord. A sudden sense of dread. Here goes his dreams, the one I've heard no less than 200 times before. Oh my lord. I just knew just from the music that I really don't want to read this. Oh my lord, I don't want to read that. I just don't want to read that. Oh my lord. I just don't want to read that. I just really don't want to read that. I'm serious. Just gonna. The class stares at him. Ah heck, let's have some fun. I whisper to him, what about the mansion? Take that and take all that and put it in front of a 20,000 square foot mansion with 10 players staff of 1,000 knights. And where is it located? Oh, yeah, it's on the on my own man without a speaker, so just want my name laser and gray into the hills so that every plane that flies by see that it belongs to. That's quite in there. Thanks for the teacher lost everything. It was just like, I guess if you cannot be shining brilliantly to amaze people, you can just baffle people with your bullshit. That applies. Clearly she doesn't believe in his dream. Actually, I don't think anyone except Yahiko believes in his dream. Then again, Yahiko has enough beliefs to make up for everyone else. Now, Umeko, what about you? As well, guys, don't know about joining some kind of a corporation like Miniskit or Way Forward Pharmaceuticals. I'll lean closer to Yahiko. Wow. Miniskit or Way Forward? Way Forward Pharmaceuticals. What was the names? You forgot some things. I did. The yacht, the walk-in closet just for designer shoes, a private jet, a second mention in Tahiti. Oh crap, I did. Hey. Yahiko, don't, no. Yahiko, please calm down. Don't do that. Don't do it. It doesn't worth it. Fortunately for the teacher, the school bell rings before he can grab her attention. My colleagues when they shop will always have their bags and walk for the dog. As they decide once he grabs on the other, his shack, his designer shoes, and his private jet to his second mansion in Tahiti. The restaurant manager, huh? And then there's Elizabeth slipping into Yahiko's now vacant seat. She shifts her backpack's way to the desk and raises a patronizing eyebrow at me. If the neck... Stop barking, please. I'm doing something here. Well, sorry for being realistic, Mr. CEO of a mega corporation. Savage! Sorry that I actually have ambition, Mr. Manager of the family restaurant. Counter savage! Up. What should I stop barking. Why should I have talked about having a mansion and cars and maids on my own personal island? Really sorry, guys, that the dog next door keeps barking, and my bedroom is not a soundproof place. You don't even ship a restaurant owned by your parents. Yeah, they'll kick the bucket one day. I might as well be the one who takes off. That's a pretty rash comment right there, I can say that. Respect. I flash her a bright, over friendly smile. See around Lizzie. She fears what moves out, take a deep breath, expression stills. Unfortunately, that was a pretty nice comeback. I'll give her that much. But still not very much. A student sliced through. Oh, another student. Why does all of these girls just doesn't really look like high schoolers to me? Like, seriously? It doesn't really look like a high schooler to me. They just don't have that kind of feeling that a high schooler would give off. I'll be right back. Yep, just in case it wasn't clear enough, her hate is directed exclusively at me. She's the queen of angels to everyone else. I'm pretty much at the dank side of the moon. Dank side. Apparently this girl, who I guess is the closest thing she has to a friend. Well, is she went to a sweet pleasure? I bet it has. Wow, this dude. She lifts her chin and stiffly walks out of the window, reporting to startled Yahiko on the way out. As a train of second years, probably her groupies, pull her away. Yahiko sleeps next to me. Why did she talk to you? Not me, the girl. Oh, Yahiko, stop. Stop. You're hurting me. You're hurting my mind. It could be because there's a limit on how many... How many brain cells you want to sacrifice for conversation? Oh god. That's savage. This dude is savage. Yama is savage. Beats me. She's been doing that for a while. Really? We were in the same class last year. Really? I'm not surprised that he just learned about this. Then again, to be fair, I don't talk to Yahiko much about my personal life. Yeah, something like that. It's not important. Yahiko evaluates me for a second with an unusually stoic expression, but quickly shakes it off. his face melting into a grin. So what do you think about my dream earlier? This again, on second thought, maybe we should have kept talking about Elizabeth. And I think he should have. Same as the other 200 times you've told me. It has been 200... Has it really? 203 to be exact. This dude is just so fed up with it that he counted every single time Yashiro said it. Yahiko, not Yashiro. Forgot. So that means you think it's amazing, right? Today I think it's the best dream in history. It's so original and realistic. Oh, this dude is just an ass. The main character is just really just an ass. Aim for the moon. Are you trying to say you should build a damn mansion in the moon as well? Oh no, Yahiko, don't. Please don't. Please don't. No. Oh, who are these two? Enter Rui Hayata, my friend of 10 years. Ooh, a childhood friend. Standard role for the anime romantic circle. Technically, she's a grade lower than me. I can see that. She is basically shorter than everyone else. But that doesn't stop us from hanging out. She's stuck with me through thick and thin, probably knows me better than I know myself. So understands me something than in Bertie in both build and personality. If I to describe him in one word, I'd use fire. Well, his hair is actually red, so I guess that's that. After a little... Why did you call us that? I'm gonna put a vacation home on. Yeah, don't, Yahiko, don't. Just don't. Even Rui is not surprised. Even Rui is just not surprised with your stupidity. And... oh lord. I'd be like first man, dude, nail Armstrong. Nail Armstrong. You're so bright, you're blinding me. Oh, Savage Yama. What have you been telling him? That a giant leap for him is a small step for a mankind. She has to think about that for a moment. I'm rewarded with a smile. Left for I know. Yama and I are gonna have to drag. This is news to me. So basically, he signed me up for something that I didn't really sign it up for. Which basically happens a lot of times. It doesn't seem like a good idea considering he only went to one practice lesson and ditched the rest. Typical. Well, he ain't ditching this way. Yeah, right, man. Well, that you mentioned it. What's that? Oh, you guys didn't even win last year, so I don't need to make a big deal. Instinct told me to prove the worthiness of track. We are winning this year. I got a secret weapon. Really? Martial lights up, but Rui's apparent interest. See, we lost because we didn't have good. How does good names affect anything to winning something like winning track? Like how does it even add up to that? He processed for dramatic effect. Oh my lord. Are you really going with that name? Even Yahiko thinks it's shit. Dude. Oh. And Rui doesn't even have any comments either. Well, at the very least, it is a pretty good opportunity to joke around. Whoa, that's fantastic, and I call myself Speed of Light Mountain Destroyer. The hell? Yama is just so savage, I really like it. You should rename yourself the Streaking Shadow Dark Eradicator and we'll be unstoppable. What does this sound like? Dota skills, like Dota character skills. Why? I know where I'm going with that. Yeah, he isn't great with sarcasm. I smirk at him before I can elaborate. The PA above crackles to life. The club fair is officially open in the courtyard. Feel free to drop by and check out what some of your fellow students have planned. Already at just the second day, maybe the school's just making everything happen faster this year. I don't really see why. The Summer Imperial Boarding Academy has always been like a session. There's no need to change things now. Hey, it's club time, let's take a look. Thanks, I'd rather not be blacklisted. What does that mean? I mean, just afraid to go with you, you'll outshine her so much that the club's one pictures. Basically, if you just jumble up with Yahiko, all the club thinks you're a shitty guy as well. Oh, look at that. Dump smile. Rui glares at me, I only wink back. Maybe, well, you shouldn't worry about that, my dear Rui. I'm sure I can use my substantial spear of influence. to get you a good spot. What kind of influence, mind me? I'm already in a club, you know, drama club. Oh, right. She's been in a drama club since last year and somehow he's still forgotten. Best friend, 10 per 10 to UK16. And what was Yama talking about? Nothing, just acting like an idiot as usual. You know that the way she said it and the way that she smiled, just like you're an ass for one moment, just for one moment. Well, you know what they say, like attracts like. Ooh, savage. Rui elbows me sharply in the ribs, but her lips are pulling up at the corners. They also say opposites attract. Yeah, and we know which one you are. She slaps me playfully on the arms, Masato and Yahiko watch blank stares. Did I just miss something? I guess his brain just doesn't process that much. No more than you usually do, of course. Yahiko frowns for a moment, but eventually shrugs the exchange off. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I need to find myself a club to grace with my innumerable talents, in which the talents of being a little shit and being a complete useless person. They are innumerable, alright. So without further ado, I bid thee farewell. He turns with a flourish of his hand, but Rui calls after him. You know we'll be there, right? Huh? A club recruitment drill. The clubs will be here, including track and drama. Oh. Well, see you there. And off he goes. We're coming to the man that track with you. Me, I'm like I am track's poster child. In fact, I probably just scare away potential. Don't think like that. You can be a great asset, man. You just gotta believe. You just gotta believe every movie team ever. Oh my lord. This is good. This is good. I'm enjoying it. We exchange sneakers, but Masato grabs my arm. Really, man? Oh, back off. You are currently in the vicinity of my private space, please. Surprised by his sudden intensity, I contemplated for a moment. It doesn't take so long. Sure, why not? Really? Not like I have anything else to do. Masato grins, releasing my arms. Good, I gotta go set up, but I'm expecting you there. Off he goes. And only the two of us remain. Now we figured out why he wants you to track so badly. Not a clue. She hesitates for a moment and glanced around the room. You know, he could join Drama Club instead. It could be a valid excuse for Masato. I think he just asked why I joined the club. But still, I think you'd really like it. Honestly, it's unlike everybody, but Rui seems to enjoy it. She claims that it's just like when we played Make Believe as kids. But I think drama is just far more complicated than that. Because I am involved in a theater production, and it's really something that is not like these kids. No, it doesn't. It's really, really sad work. It's a really something that will drain the shit out of you. And Make Believe is one of these few things I don't like doing. Yes, of course, I don't mind doing that too. But it's so much work. But no more work than track, idiot. That's actually right. You don't have to run around. Besides, it could be really fun. I'll take your word for it. She rolls her eyes and shoulders her back. Well, fine, Mr. Grumpy Pants. Some of us have club boots to manage, so I'm gonna get going. I'll go with you. We walked up and almost into freedom, and then the strident voice of the teacher rips through the air. Yamaishimoto! Surely you didn't expect to escape so easily. Ah yes, my attitude problems. I turned to Rui, suddenly pleading. Bail me out, please? Like, bail me out? Not a chance, and that's her smile. It built... Look at how she smiles, and then look into the dialogue. What? It builds character. That is just the one thing that gets me. I have plenty of character. Come on, drop distraction for me. I show the shameless nose of puppy eyes, and she only pokes my forehead, sticking her tongue out. You win some, you lose some. You speak against with the teachers of the police, and off she goes. Police won't bore me to tears. What was that, young man? I turned to find the teacher hovering right behind. With the teacher flying behind him, hovering right behind me. Whoops. Nothing great. Great that we're having, huh? She doesn't seem amused. Of course she doesn't. At this point, at what point? It's the second day of school unless she's referring to teaching me last year. Come to think of it. Yeah, that's actually possible. It's clear that detention is doing nothing for your toxic behavior. Well, because I can nap in detention. He got a good point. Therefore, I've taken the liberty of recommending you for the therapeutic mentorship, which will take on campus at the discretion of our dorm manager. Requirements will be 1 hour, 5 days a week. The mentor will need to sign on every visit. The what now? Are you scheduling brainwashing sessions for free? Maybe this is how we got into serial killing, like the one in our dream. Or that might be just not a dream, I'm not sure. We can only speculate right now, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, you might have other ideas, young men, but civility and respect are integral cornerstones of our modern society. If it does result in scrubbing away some of that arrogance of yours, then I say, good riddance. I'm shocked by this unusually passionate outburst from her. She slows her breath, shaking as she jabs the book in an envelope. Take this, Mr. Ryota's office, you know where it is. A tiny pinch of tension releases. Mr. Ryota's the mentor. Maybe this won't be so bad. I give the book a once-over. The cover is somber and 100% boring. Block letters proclaim crime of the 21st century, 100+ correctional techniques to improve the mindset of any other developed adolescent. Holy shit. That was a long title. Well, gee, I am honored. Take it. I take it. Goodbye, Yamai Shimoto. She flounces out the classroom, clearly fed up with my shenanigans. Unfortunately, guys, I am almost out of time for today's session. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you really like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't really like it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more updates on Lucid9. And please, put your comments down if you have any suggestions for me or any comments of the video. Anyway, I'll see you again in the next video. Have a good time.